Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Son of a...
What do you consider a challenge? Is it trying to pull the bread out of the toaster with metal tongs without blowing up the whole house? Is it fighting the self-service machine in Walmart? Is it the pain of using the Player 2 controller?
Just look at that.
For a lot of us, some things don't come naturally. They just need to get good. In fact, one of the most contentious and split issues in the gaming world is if gaming is too easy or too hard. It's exhaustive. People freak out at this discourse, and it's been dredged up just recently and majorly by the recent Silksong controversy. You can't always get what you want. These days, people expect every game to come with a Netflix-style difficulty slider. I want a challenge, but not like too much of a challenge. Just the kind of challenge that makes me feel smart without breaking a sweat. Buddy, that's not a difficulty setting, that's an egotistical mode. It's as if the devs owe us some magical, perfect difficulty setting that makes us feel challenged but never frustrated. And that's the problem. We've confused fair challenge with comfort zone. If you want to go play Stardew Valley...
See this? I got this. Selling corn.
Hey, I like those games too. I love games that people might consider kids games. In most cases, they're fun. That's the point, they're fun. But I don't expect the Lego Batman or Castle Crashers to put me on the edge of my seat, sweating every second to perfect a moveset or boss room. Would SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom be that much better if I had a dodge roll or a style counter? No, I don't think so. And in the other direction, let's take Dark Souls for example. Yes, we're talking about Dark Souls again. You know what? Let's pick a different game. I'm sick of talking about Dark Souls. It's been talked to death, even though I love it. Let's say Ultra Kill. Should Ultra Kill have your mouse instantly jolt to the coins when you flick them up? No, that defeats the satisfaction from getting good enough to do it. What if it laughing at you when you die makes you upset? Should you have a slider to turn that off? How much should the game make fun of me for? Should you be catered to just because that hurts your feelings? Let's get one thing straight. Not all difficulties created equal. There's artificial difficulty, the cheap stuff, bad camera angles, RNG, and bad performance. And that's something that's been slamming Borderlands 4 recently.
What did I tell you about shooting our customers?
Enemies that sponge bullets just to waste your time. All that is just junk. It's true laziness. There's no real thought behind it except for just pumping up some numbers. Lots of games when you pick a harder difficulty just make everything do more damage and take less. Literally the most boring version of challenge. Is shooting something 6 million times fun? I don't believe you even when you say yes. It's about as fun as fighting a brick wall. Believe it or not, it's hard to balance a game for everyone. When it's made for everyone, it's for nobody. Devs should not be bending over backwards to make everyone happy. That's how you get watered down committee design garbage that no one loves, but everybody hates. Creativity dies when you designed by a Reddit poll. Some games like Getting Over It, Jump King, and the like are streamer rage bait. Lots of games go for that and it's just to farm reactionary content.
It doesn't make any sense. The system doesn't make sense. Okay, are we ready?
I'm talking about real games. Would you rather someone airdrop you to the top of Mount Everest? Or would you rather be given the tools to climb it? Or even the tools to build your own helicopter to fly up? Some games are hard on purpose not because the devs hate you, but because they respect you enough to say, here you go, win or don't. Here's the kicker though. Games can't agree on what's too hard or just right because everyone's skill level is different, and so are their thresholds for pain. Lots of people just suck at games. Maybe you do. I know I do at specific games. To some people, Elden Ring is peak design. To others, it's unplayable trash. I have my personal issues with Elden Ring. I don't like it, but it's not because of the difficulty. You're not supposed to win every time. You're not entitled to see the credits just because you paid $60 or $90 or $100. Who knows anymore?
We just need money.
You can walk out of a movie if it's not your thing. Why is it so offensive to just not finish a game? The game needs to be acclimated to me exactly. I never play games except after work every other weekend for 20 minutes, and that 20 minutes needs to be exactly how I want it. We all know that guy. It's like that really annoying kid that would make up rules when you play tag. How's this kind of person supposed to be who devs listen to? And the game should be mostly what the developer wants it to be. Notice I said mostly. If they want to make a brutally hard experience that only 5% of people ever finish, let them. Go ahead. If they want to make a walking sim where nothing happens, fine, not everything has to be for everyone. And that certainly isn't for me. That's not gatekeeping, that's just how art works. If it was really made for everyone, it'd be Candy Crush. You want everything to be Candy Crush?
Bon voyage.
Why do I pass the book talk section every time I go into Barnes & Noble? Because it's not for me and I don't expect it to be. Is there any sort of sanity in going out and picking up a guitar you've never touched before and expect to play like Mick Gordon? No, and you're not entitled to that even if you spent the money on it. Know your limits, the limits of your patience, the limits of your ability. But let's not dwell too much on this issue. Let's look into when it isn't your fault and the recent controversy. Silksong. Ah, Silksong. The never can do wrong perfect masterpiece of a game. Don't take this the wrong way. It's good and great in plenty of parts, but I do agree there are some major issues. It is not perfect. No game is. It's not bugs. No, not those kinds of bugs. Not coded issues in the game. Actual design philosophy issues. I think it's way better than the first game. You can hate me on that, that's fine. That's what the comment section is for. Go ahead and blast me if you want. It's not too hard, it's unfair and punishing in a wrong way. This one poster, Rock Solid, put it best in this little post. Credit to him, and quote, boss fight. 6-wave gank fight just to attempt the boss. Poison water that makes you unable to heal in the area. The boss spawns ads. Long run back with enemies and annoying platforming. This is the requirement to play Act 3. We've all seen runbacks. Yes, I'll reference Dark Souls one more time. You can't stop me. I won't even talk about Bed of Chaos, because I no joke accidentally or luck beat it first try. Not the next 6 playthroughs over the years though. But that's unrelated. Side note. But the runbacks in Silksong are a bit much, man. The entire game and most enemies are built on the idea of ganking you, surprising you, or just being unpredictable. They put you in situations for a quick gotcha and aha, you lost health on your way back, loser. This boss needs to be perfect. Even the run back you have to practice. It feels cheap. It feels like, how can we make this annoying? Can we get people to rage over this? The platforming as well. No, I disagree the issue on the roses, but the caves are designed to be unfairly ambiguous. Oh, I didn't predict those spikes? Too bad, here's a reset. Is that something you could counter with a skill? I guess if your reflexes are that of a Greek god, then sure. And adding fodder enemies to boss fights shows you kinda ran out of ideas. If it's not entirely designed around adding little enemies, then it's not well designed. The boss fight feels too easy. Your first idea should be to add new moves, new phase, something else. Just putting little enemies that you normally fight in there is lazy.
Who are you people?
Because the reason you're bad at Sifu, skills. Get better at dodging, combos, utilize the environment. When you're bad at Dark Souls, you're just bad, or you're using stupid equipment. Why are you bad at Hearts of Iron 4? It's the AI. The AI, yep, it's just the AI. I repeat, do not nuke China for the 5th time. It does not work. Something recently that's been interesting in the introduction to what people call friend slop. I actually disagree with that. The people who just call anything that is popular slop, it just isn't, man. These games are true video games at least. They're at least video games. I know I spoke about streamer bait, but this is something you can have fun not knowing anything about streamers, not watching anything on it. It can be fun just with the boys. And they don't even have cutscenes. They have their own art style that's usually pretty creative. These games have been an art of how failure can be fun and comedic with your friends. You learn through failure. They made failure fun. When you're alone, it's easy to crash out, it's honest. But when you're with friends, it's much easier to laugh at your own stupidity. That's not to say there isn't games that are pumped up to capitalize on the trend. One side note gripe I have is Lethal Company needs to be updated a little more. My furry in Christ, update the game. I like the game, update it! Nonetheless, this is something that needs to be corrected among the many issues this hobby we have and we all love. We want better games for all of us. Most of the time, it's the developer, honestly. And sometimes, you're really that bad. Not all games need to be for everyone, and devs shouldn't feel pushed to one idea. In fact, the Souls trend off its success is already tired out. Sometimes we want something chill. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we want something tough. There's nothing wrong with that either. So if you suck at a game, man, it's just not for you.
Huh? How do I get to the end? Huh? How do I... It says end start. I'm pressing start. It's not doing anything. What do I do?
It's not. Or if you want an FPS to be a farming sim, get out of here. Thank you all for all you do and consider doing what helps me out to make more videos for you. Have a wonderful week and stay positive.